This painting is called Shamanic Journey with the Tree of Life. It's one of my more favorite paintings that I've done. I really enjoyed doing it. I started exploring shamanic journeys a few years back. Actually, I think the first one I did was at the Ghost Drums, with a painting that I did of Ghost Drums. The event that led up to that painting was my first shamanic journey. It does seem to really open a door to further experiences. But anyone who's actually done any kind of journeying, shamanic journeying, you know, everybody's kind of got their own experience and their own story, but you kind of will understand that it does let you sort of tap into these different realms. It does bring about a widening of the consciousness. And so that's what this painting is about. The Tree of Life is a Celtic idea. It's also, I think, referenced in the Bible as well. But you've got, you know, the roots down under the ground, and you've got the branches up in the sky. I talked earlier about dark energy and light energy, and this sort of connects the two. The trunk of the tree is like the Middle Earth, if you're a, you know, Lord of the Rings fan. But it's the reality, the realm of reality, the realm of tangible materialism. And so you've got, in this sort of middle realm, you've got a musician. She's playing a bodhran, a Celtic drum. And drumming is one of the popular ways to sort of get into a shamanic journey. I really love drumming. Drumming is another ancient thing. It's been around for so long, and there's, you know, humans just have such a connection with music, to the extent that in psychology we studied how the brain is directly affected by music, by tone. And so you know, she is using the drum to bring herself into this state, and to start the shamanic journey. You've got some wolves and owls and crows and turtles and fish. Sort of all the elements are being represented, and there's a church in the background, or a medieval looking stone building anyway. It's not necessarily a church. You've got triskelions flowing around everywhere, which is the ancient symbol for movement and change. And the roots are going down into the underground realm, the lower realm, where what I would call the dark energy, the earth energy, exists. You've got the eyes of sort of Mother Nature, or of the goddess, looking out. And she is, you know, part of everything. She is like, you know, existing in this realm, but she's just watching. And you've got, you know, all the underground creatures, little squirrels and groundhogs. And you've got this book open. It's like a book of the journey. You can, you know, sort of reach into your own book. You've got roots growing through the book, and you've got a door, you know, at this lowest realm, at this lower realm. There's still another door. It's sort of a invitation to go explore more, to explore this realm, the other realms. There's so much that we don't know. And so you've got these sort of interesting characters inviting you, you know, to come look in the door. And you've got little bunnies, you know, the mother bunny and the baby bunnies, and these sort of comforting characters with acorns getting ready to grow. The earth, the underground, is sort of a realm where things are incubated, and, you know, you've got the plants, the seeds germinate there, and then they expand into the other realms. But in the top, you've got the divine realm, and that's where the angels exist, and that sort of light energy. And so you've got, you know, these little characters, these angelic characters, up at the top, sort of just hanging out and exploring things. There's the sun and the moon, night and day. Everything's kind of happening and going on. And when you're in a shamanic journey, you can try to travel to one realm or another, but typically you'll kind of go where you need to go and sort of be brought there. And so that's what this painting represents, that experience. And it was just a fun painting to do, but the traveling journeying is really fun as well. I would definitely recommend it in terms of exploring your own self, exploring your own sort of dimensions. This painting is called The Creator's Presence, and it is it's about the feminine divine. It's really exploring the feminine divine. There isn't necessarily one character in here that is all-encompassing of the feminine divine. It's more like they're all aspects of it. Each one is a different aspect. And you've got, warrior characters. You've got this large sort of like stretched out being, very gentle, holding the butterfly. She has no clothes. She's just sort of in this natural realm or natural state. And, you've got elemental characters in the water and the leaves. This person sort of hiding behind this divine character, somewhat hesitant and shy, sort of just peeking out. But you've got, the fish and all the animals and the birds and the horses and another mountain woman, mountain goddess, and you've got an air creature up here, sort of comforting the mountain goddess. And it's looking at a timeless sort of energy, a timeless feminine energy. This character, this figure down here, she's holding some grass that she's picked, and she's more engaged with the viewer, kind of like she's got a message to tell. And she's dressed in more ancient clothing, and she's holding the grass as like being connected to life, connected to the plants, but connected to the resources of the earth.